Hello, everyone. My name is Claude Terrell Hankins. I'm a cybersecurity graduate student at Grand Canyon University, and today I will be doing a presentation on cyberattack lifecycle resilience. The objectives for this presentation include describing the 8 stages of the cyber kill chain, identifying the potential motives for cyberattack, and also an explanation of how to apply the cybersecurity lifecycle frameworks and methodologies to establish a cybersecurity program within an organization. The 8 stages of the cyber kill chain model include reconnaissance, weaponization, delivery, exploitation, installation. Stage 6 is command and control, and step 7 is actions and objectives. And there is an eighth stage that is monetization. The cyber kill chain model is a cybersecurity framework that was developed by Lockheed Martin to identify and mitigate security incidents by breaking down the attack in various stages. Stage 1 of the cyber kill chain model is reconnaissance. This is when the threat actor gathers information on the target and they find vulnerabilities and weaknesses that they can exploit. Organizations can implement preventative measures such as continuous monitoring that's on the network and outside of the network for the traffic. They can use advanced threat notification and implement strict access controls. Stage 2 of the cyber kill chain model is weaponization. This is the phase where the threat actor creates an attack vector, such as they use malware, ransomware, and other viruses to exploit those vulnerabilities that were found. Preventative measures that organizations can take include malware analysis testing. They can restrict unauthorized software from being used, as well as making sure that employees have strong email notifications and restrictions in place to prevent them from clicking on suspicious links. Stage 3 of the cyber kill chain model is delivery. This is where the threat actor or attacker finds a way into the organization, and that's usually through employee emails. The preventative measures that organizations can use include advanced email web detection. This blocks possible phishing attempts. They can make sure that employees are trained and aware because at the end of the day, employees are the first line of defense. They can implement strict update and patch management. And lastly, they can implement endpoint security options that will stop malware from reaching the network. Stage 4 of the cyber kill chain model is the exploitation phase. This is when the attacker takes advantage of those weaknesses that were found. And it's usually they gain access through human error. Preventative measures that organizations can take include regular patch management, utilizing intrusion detection and prevention methods, and eliminating misconfigurations, and employee training is always a plus. Stage 5 of the cyber kill chain model is the installation phase. This is where the attacker installs malware and ransomware on the target's network. That way they can gain control. Preventative measures that organizations can take is the use of endpoint detection and response. real-time monitoring and installation for suspicious activities, and a strong anti-malware and antivirus protection on the network is also key. Stage 6 of the cyber kill chain model is the command and control. This part of the phase is when the attacker is able to use that malware and other virus that is implemented on the network and control things. Preventative measures that organizations can implement include network segmentation that will limit the attacker's range of motion, the use of firewall access to recognize any unauthorized connections. They can implement zero trust security to verify and restrict unauthorized users. And they can pay attention to the network traffic for any unusual problems that may be seen. Stage 7 of the cyber kill chain model is actions and objectives. This is where the attacker takes the steps to carry out their intended goals and plans uh, of data theft. Organizations can use the preventative measures such as real-time monitoring to detect suspicious activity. They can utilize data loss prevention and encryption, and they can have strict access control to limit attackers' actions. Stage 8 of the cyber kill chain model is monetization. This is the phase where the attacker focuses on the financial gain from the attack. There's usually some form of ransom where the victim, in order to get their data back, they must pay the ransom. Um, Organizations can use preventative measures like regular monitoring and a secure backup for recovery. They can have strong financial controls, a solid response and recovery system, and the implementation and use of threat intelligence software. The potential motives for attacks include three things that I saw through research. The first being financial gain. This is where it's most common for a cyber attacker to want to have money paid to have data that was stolen returned. There's corporate damage. This is the motive where um, the reputation of an organization is damaged, um, and it diminishes their trust and credibility with their customers. And then there's system access. This is unauthorized access that attackers use where they can have an advanced, persistent threat where they can cause long-term damage to an organization or network. How to apply the cybersecurity lifecycle. There's 5 pieces to this. There's identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. These 5 together provide a comprehensive view of the life cycle for managing cybersecurity risk over time. This life cycle provides a structured approach to managing cybersecurity risk and an in-depth look of all 5 terms. With identify, you identify the risk and the threat. For protect, you protect with safeguards. With the detect, that's with the monitoring that's implemented so you can see the risk. You respond with mitigation and plan. And recover is the recovery from the attack itself. Applying a cybersecurity framework is basically the utilization of proven comprehensive foundation that's tailored for an organization's risk profile and the goals that they have set for the organization. Cybersecurity framework is best practices, guidelines, and standards that an organization can follow to reduce the risk of cyber attack. Prominent cybersecurity frameworks include the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, which is the National Institute of Standards and Technology that manages cybersecurity risk across all industries. You have the ISO IEC 27001. This is an international standard that focuses on information security management for the CIA triad, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Then you have the GDPR, which is the General Data Protection Regulation, which is a set of regulations that the European Union has in place when it comes to collecting and using individuals' personal data. The methodologies to establish a cybersecurity program, the methodology structures, development and continuous improvement of a cybersecurity program, ensuring operational effectiveness and strategic alignment. It also includes risk management assessment, this being able to prioritize the risk and regulatory compliance implementation. There's security planning. This is where security is defined and implemented with the system. There is incident response. This is the plan, the response plan that aligns with the frameworks. You have continuous monitoring, which is the process of ongoing security that monitors and evaluates the cybersecurity system. And then you have governance and compliance, which is the policies and responsibilities and roles that the organization follows. Here are the list of references I use for this presentation on gathering information on the cyber kill chain model, how to implement a cybersecurity program, and the cybersecurity frameworks and methodologies. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.